So, several years back now, um, as I'm speaking to you now, it's 2023. And around 2006, I came across a gentleman on a PBS channel because I didn't have cable TV back then, and I just had some PBS and the local TV, and that was by choice, by the way. Um, they had this gentleman named Wayne Dyer. Some of you may be familiar with him. He died about, I think, in 2014 or 15. But back in 2006, he was, the man. He was, on PBS he was writing books and doing how to, the power of intention, inspiration, things like that. And so I saw the power of intention and I immediately this was like, what is this beautiful information? And creating how we create our lives through our thoughts and our mindsets, and our beliefs. And so I started just taking notes, and before you knew it, he was coming into town, Fort Lauderdale Convention Center, down by the Port Everglades. So we drove down there with a couple of guys and sat in the room with this guy. And one of the first things he said, it was a big room. One of the first things he said was, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And as soon as he said it, I was like, you know what I mean? It was like, man, that made so much sense. More than just like a logical saying or illogical saying, whichever it means to you. But it was like something like really resonated. And so it always has since then, that I am a spiritual being having a human experience. So I'm not a human being trying to be spiritual, because if I'm a human being trying to be spiritual, well, then I am, trying to figure out in this, mundane, inane landscape of world how to, rise above it or go beyond it or this or that. And I'm always going to be stuck because the belief is that I am of this world. And the reality is my body is of this world. My mind, whereas the ego is of this world because of all the programming, both positive and negative, is of this world. But my being, who I truly am, who you truly are, the soul with which we are, is not of this world. It's beyond this world. So that being said, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we are spiritual beings born into this world through our mothers into, this life. And we are in this world, but we're not of it. And so it really was critical for me to learn that and to embrace that and then to engage with that in all my endeavors, with wherever I go. And it's quite easy to forget that too, on a whim. Because when I feel I am of this world, I am in suffering. Because I am attached to the meaning of whatever is being given to me or whatever I'm taking it as. And even if it's good, I'll be attached in the quote unquote good way where I'm just like holding on. Or if it's bad, of course, I'm attached in the bad way, which is depression, anxiety, and fear, and resentment, and all the different, the four, branches of fear that I talk about in my course, Face Your Fears. So what happens is that, okay, so how do I remember that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and how do I realize that I am in this world but not of it? Well, that is simple and complicated, because actually it's simple, but the complication comes in engaging in that and trying to convince self of that. Because remember, the self, this mindset, believes that this is all there is. And so then, that's why we try to figure out through religion, spirituality, whatever, something greater. But when he said that, and I heard that years ago, I realized, no, that's what the truth is. And then we just try to figure out what to do while we're here. He's like, play the game, whatever. Play the game, obviously, in careers and development and, financially and this and that, because it really is a game. And actually, the more that you have fun with it, the better you are at the game. But also in every engagement, every aspect, in relationships and families, and with parents, with kids, with significant others, with neighbors and community, is that get in the game, be in this world, and realize that do your best. My saying that came to me years ago, God help me to be myself, do my best, and let go of the rest. And that's another product of, be in this world. Help me to be myself. This is who I am, both beyond and here. And do my best. That's what I do here in this world. And let go of the rest, because I'm not in control of it. I'm only in control of what I do or don't do, and let go of all that other stuff. And that makes me realize I'm not of this world. So these little, it's always in the moment. Catch yourself, stop in the moment, and realize I'm a spiritual being having human experience. Just settle yourself, close your eyes for a moment, and just say to yourself, breathe in, breathe out. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. I am in this world to engage, to learn, to grow, to love. And I am not of it. I'm beyond this, because I was born, I live, I die, and after that, I go back to the soul that I am.